No, you need levels for this? All right, let me talk.
Is this working?
Talk.
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 This is
Talk.
a directional mic.
We'll be
Does it work?
doing
Yes.
the first piece, the two of us. Okay. All right. The level's okay here? All right.
You can say who I am.
Okay. No, we're not beginning yet. Okay, so just a minute. Sorry for the long break. I'm Jackson McLow, and I will be doing pieces tonight. Excuse me, I have one thing I have to do.
Give it to Gordon, Jackson. Gordon. It's the tape recorder.
Okay. I'm going to do a variety of things tonight. For about 20 years, I've been working in the interface between music and other arts, poetry and other arts, especially music, but also theater, dance, video, and drawing and painting. And at this interface, one can do various conversions. And one thing that we're going to do tonight is to take something that is a drawing consisting of 960 words. They're derived from the name of a friend of ours, Peter Innisfree Moore, great photographer. We're going to play these words as well as say them by playing the letters by a certain translation system. And we produce a piece by a combination of having to keep to the actual pitches that are indicated by the words, but making free choices of how we do it by listening intensely and being aware in every respect of all aspects of the situation. So we're going to be doing three pieces of this sort. The first one I'll be doing as a duo with Sharon Matlin, and then I have a group of people whose names I hope I have on this list, who will be helping me in the first piece and then the piece that will come at the end. These pieces, the people who are helping me are Al Santoli, Ellen Maddow, Sybil Weil, Sharon Matlin, Jane Ann Phillips, Susan McCarthy, Billy McKay, Ann Waldman, Lanny Harrison, Tom Savage, Bill Bothwell, and I guess that's it. Did I leave anybody out? Okay. Yeah, now the first piece is a type of piece I call a gata, in which I take the letters of a mantram. In the case of this first one, it's the mantram of Chenrezig, Om Mani Padme Hum. And as Alan mentioned, I was initiated into that by Kalo Rinpoche. And so I'm dedicating at least that aspect of this reading to Kalo Rinpoche. So once this, you have the mantram and then a chance-given row of A's, U's, and M's. By using random digits produced by a computer, I find places to put first the row of A's, U's, and M's, and then repetitions of the mantram where the letters of the mantram cross the A's, U's, and M's, where A's, U's, or M's occur in the mantram. Other chance operations assign places to the mantram. So once we have this configuration, and you can get any number of them with any number of mantra, each performer follows a path from any letter, any square to any square, either saying letter sounds, saying letter names, saying the words, finding other words, syllables, and so on, and falling silent in silent spaces. So this is the Chenrezi Gata, Om Mani Padme Hum, Sharon Matlin, myself.
Money. Oh, money. Money.
Om Mani Padme Hum. 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 Mani Padme Hum. Om 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 Mani Padme Hum. With is a vocabulary for Peter Innisfree Moore, which was, as I say, produced by finding 960 words spelled from the letters of this man's name, and then using chance operations to draw them from the list and to place them on the drawing. And then the people on the stage work freely from these materials, but always either saying the words or playing letters that correspond playing notes that correspond to the letters of these words. Re-import.
I sit into
I'm at
non
Festin.
terms.
Mo.
Rinse.
Feistier.
Moonrise.
Operos rioter.
Morris.
Norris.
Met. Prefer, met, prefer, met, prefer, em, trees. Renin, renin, renin.
Nestor.
Prefer emotion.
Minister Moonset. Rose.
I promise.
Meteor Roofer.
Rinse.
Oreo Spryer. Poison Sooner Toner. Premiere. Poison Sooner Toner.
Neon TV.
Tense.
Opinion.
Tremor.
Steep punner.
Rhymer.
Poison Sooner Toner.
Serpent.
Sit,
Nine.
sit, feet, sit, iron feet, rosy,
Christine.
smite,
Freer.
iron
Semite.
Monism.
I potion.
Smite. Prim. Sit.
Pretense.
Imp.
Rossetti.
Premonition.
Memento.
Rope. Mensa.
Notion. I potion. I repent.
Notion
I tennis. Minnows.
Rio.
Pioneer.
Rio. Rio.
Pioneer. Pioneer. Pioneer.
Air, terror, terror. Tim. 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 Tim Spirit, Tompion, Mop.
This report.
Sorter tour.
Stop.
Repent. Spite.
Rosier.
Repent.
Spite.
Monotree.
Min.
Intone rope.
Norse. Norse.
Fury.
Promising.
Foot.
Front.
Corn. Retine. Eye. Erosion.
serpent,
Enterprise.
Wrist.
rose,
Rise. Proof.
neon serpent,
Mortifier.
I
fire,
fire.
smite,
Serpent.
mortifier. I'm into root spirit.
Imp Aaron Roos on foremost pert Montream.
Into Piner Moto, Fern. Strop, Premier, Impress.
Prison pennies. Sniper.
I'm moron. Prime. Confess promise retin stop freer. Rope motor.
Smite.
Inept
Smite.
serpent torn.
Semite.
Stymie point. I prone tenor. I re-enter. I road fire. I onset
Import.
Iron erosion, Indian,
Opinion sorting norm. Opinion sorting norm. Opinion sorting norm.
Romeo, Finnear, Romeo,
Premier trip.
Stonier sinner,
Premier trip.
Stonier sinner, Mr. Sinner, Mr. Sinner, Mr. Sinner,
Nit tip.
Iron,
Pest. Mo.
Norris present, Pensioner, Premier, Spire, Aaron Impress, Spire, Aaron Priest, Spire, Emotion, Nestor, Inspire. Petey inspire,
Fire.
Petey
Ion.
serene, Petey strop,
Onto.
Petey spire,
Erosion.
fetter, fetter, fetter prim, stop, fetter prim, metape, metape, operos, metape, metape, operos, operos, roofer,
Simeon. Deep.
roofer, roofer,
Tensioner.
terrifies,
Emotion.
forseti,
Motion.
forseti,
Emotion. Emotion.
Smite.
Emotion.
Soft surface.
Stonier.
Soft.
Emotion.
Soft moonset.
Stonier.
Stonier.
Emotion.
Sip, sip.
Deep.
Soft
Deep.
erosion. Soft
Deep.
net. Soft
Deep.
smite.
Tensioner. Freer.
I rinse resin.
Enemies. Enemies.
Impost.
Steep enemies.
Serif. Foe.
Erosion rose.
Eerie.
Foremost Oster. Minister foremost Oster.
Nesby.
Mr. Norris, Mr. Morris, Mr. Norris, Mr. Norris,
Someone.
Mr. Morris, Mr. Morris, Mr. Norris,
Fireman.
Menson,
Spite.
Moonset him, center, moonset him, center, moonset him, center, simeon, moonset him, simmer, simeon, simeon, seraph, seraph,
Sip.
seraph,
Sip.
I soon o'er Hester rise monism. Into Pina, emptier. Soft.
Promo tempo. I promise menses.
Pinset.
I'm sure I prefer. I prefer Venus. I prefer root. I prefer
Pine
rose.
no inset. Pine no inset.
Morris
Preeminent.
Iron modest, spinner, 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 spire, spinner, spire, spinner, spire, spinner, spire.
Arrows.
Orient. 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 Zip.
Rose,
Zip.
ride.
Zip.
Rose rider.
Opinion.
Met.
Renter.
Impressed, impressed, impressed.
Norris.
Hot.
Rhymer.
Mr. Nestor.
Menses.
Moonier moonset
Menses.
opinions
Eyes.
stop. Opinions
Moonset.
stop. Opinions
Nine.
stop.
torpor, torpor,
Freer,
torpor,
freest,
mores,
freer,
mores,
freest, stone.
mores,
Terrier tennis.
Open
Terrier
trip.
tennis.
Re-enter. Terrier. Terpene. Re-enter. Tour. Nismo. Rit.
Inform.
It.
Tune.
It.
More seen, moonrise.
It's
I
in.
torpor,
Term.
torpor,
Term.
prison.
Term.
I roost
Norness.
insect,
No
misreport.
tornus.
Re-enter.
No tornus.
Rotify. Re-enter.
Epsom.
No.
Posit pismire.
Epsom.
Posit
Erosion.
pismire.
Moist.
Remote.
Here, Mr. Pismire.
Remote.
Pismire.
Remote.
Mysterious.
Steep.
Mysterious. Epitome.
Riot
Epitome.
immersion.
Epitome.
Riot immersion.
Epitome.
Torsion. Riot immersion.
Spin.
Torsion. Spinner. Spinner. Spinner.
Spin.
Best inner motor. Best
Torsion, torsion.
mesti,
Inset penny pack.
mare, miser,
Spirit,
Spite.
spirit,
Mr. Spite.
Emitting.
Misty spite.
Mr. Spite.
Oraries. Oraries.
Right.
Impose.
Oraries.
Impose.
merit,
Oraries.
rose,
Oyster. Four times.
tempo,
Moto.
teen whip, teen many,
Moto stroke.
teen penis,
Moist.
Fire. Erin stroke.
Isomer.
Erin stroke.
Ion.
Moto. Erin.
Morris.
Fire. Moto stroke.
Ironstone.
One.
teen 90s,
Morton.
Inept.
Morton.
Inept.
Perform. Moto.
poison,
terror,
poison rose, terrifying,
Misfire motorist.
Opinion.
Prisoner.
Serene.
Prisoner.
Present. Nose.
Present.
Burn.
Epstein.
Intercept.
Frontier. Remoter.
Mortify.
Freer.
Thank you for stopping by.
Hello. Okay. I'm going to do a different kind of piece now. This is the 36th Light poem. In 1962 and 68, I wrote a number of poems drawing their basic images from a chart of 288 kinds of light that I made up in 1962. And these poems I call light poems. And after the first 22 of them were published by John Martin in the Black Sparrow Press in 68, I continued to write more of them. And so on New Year's Day, 1972, I wrote a light poem in memoriam Buster Keaton. It's the 36th light poem in memoriam Buster Keaton. And this was just published in London as I first got over there in May by Robert Vastias of the Permanent Press. So just a little pamphlet that he. All right, 36 lines. As a mad scientist, Buster lights a Bunsen burner flame that starts a series of processes that eventually releases the monster. As an undertaker, Buster lights a Bunsen burner flame that starts a series of processes that awakens a drunk who is about to be buried as a corpse. As a Muscovite, Buster lights a sizzle wick in a sesame seed oil lamp that suddenly lights a mystical orgy officiated over by Rasputin. As a boater, Buster beats a cascade by floating out beyond its edge, borne by a balloon lighted by a wintry sun. As an unwilling passenger on a drifting liner, Buster the millionaire and his rich girlfriend learn to cope alone without servants when forced to rely on the light of their upper-class intellects. As a worker, Buster arouses the compassion of the nation in whose light the corporations sell themselves to their workers. As a key man, Buster carries around with him an enormous bunch of keys, lighting his way with a Keats lamp. As a beatnik, Buster meditates in a redwood forest, seated where the selenic light first falls at moonrise. As a leaf and feather gatherer, Buster means well, but bugs everyone in the park, spearing the ladies' hats and the picnickers' salads in featureless Hollywood light of the century's first quarter. As William Butler Yeats, Buster addresses an irate Irish crowd that thinks that poetry makes nothing happen, but lets itself be bathed in its truthful light. As a cannoneer, Buster explodes his own ship's magazine, treads water in gunpowder light at a safe distance, and blushes in embarrassment at his clumsiness. As a violinist, Buster surpasses Paganini until Boston Concert Hall light poisons him with love for a proper Bostonian maiden. Spirit of Buster Keaton, if you survive as yourself, receive, please, our honor and praise, you conscientious workman. Hard-working Buster Keaton, when you arouse the laughter of children as you live in projector light, your karmic residue dissolves in joyous shouts. So since I like to go from one extreme to the other, this is a phoneme dance for and from John Cage. It's from him in the sense that all the sounds are just sounds in John's name. And subtitle, A Word Event for John Cage, was written in September 74. Excuse me. A, j, j. A, j, ka, A, k, e. K, j, j, j. A, k, j, j, k, e, j, 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 e, j, 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 k, e, k, e, k, e, k, j, k, j, k, j, j, e, k, k, e, j, e, j, e, j. J, e, j, e, j, j, k, j, e, k, k, e, j, e, k, j, k, j, j, k, e, k, 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 e, j, 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 k, j, e, j, k, j, k, j, 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 k, j, e, k, j, j, e, k, j, e, 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 k, e, e. K, j, e, j, e, k, k, j, k, j, k, k, e, j, e, j, j, e, j, j, k, j, j, k, k, j, k, e, k, e, j, 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 e, k, j, j, e, j, k, j, e, k, k, Thank you. Well, since '54, I've been writing poems that are both syntactical with words and without words, as non-syntactically with words as well as syntactically. So here is a poem I wrote in 1958, in which I translated, using some number system, I translated from one book of Joseph Conrad to another. One was the novel The Arrow of Gold, where there's a principal, it deals with a Carlist rebellion and gun running that he was actually involved with And one of the ringleaders of this, or the main ringleader, was a lady named Doña Rita. And this was a real, he based this novel on a real period in his own life when he was actually gun running. And he tells about this in The Mirror of the Sea, where he tells about the real character, Doña Rita, who really did helped organize a rebellion against. There was a collateral branch of the Spanish royal family that many people supported, named Don Carlos, and so they had little rebellions every so often, and this was one he got involved in. So I translated one into the other, and I called the poem Doña Rita, Joseph Conrad, so that I drew words from The Arrow of Gold by translating the passages in The Mirror of the Sea, his autobiography, that tell about the actual gun running. So, hair gray, Will, and Mills, one in quality, always, nice not were, face. Should I never great vision, not nodded, occupied, or eyes, had here that any take my them, two lips, cast made alley before. And some but was rejoined our room and at of, or are that of knot and belt. Her is in saying so off. Victoria said impartial, it's to the talent paper, the Mistral selfish, on in of begin, if years, the I, any he, but accord. To would, could, exactly, fatally, I, the do, time, world, Mistral, you, blunts familiarity, think, that, ha-ar, allegra, not we, physical to for, working by I, me, what lives, every, any, wasn't all about she, me, sort of, much it, of, the flash of violent down, those, the pose, the are, good are up, that own heart, have, I must, generation services paternal, people very asserting and large for preserve, wise, at, walked all, and fell, I'm, and it, and ere abandoned it, that as feeling, has on being the of wouldn't at. For to go, he, I record get kindly, same who do saw strain, chin wasn't never hand, intensity, I can it on gray, but I help in altogether, it, comparison little, make hotel air blunt, close to, written around, and the rejoined time chilly. Cast these the of at enough, and interested Woodwell was to people, help of me, and very to heart convention, then principle to even to course comparison, state was pupil, what his you clean for but to have that, quarter with the cast set, enough circling, isn't head run, abandoned thought, said usual but to even shock, enough it with all to impartial, Rambouillet would in with, Allegre was fireplace's shore, I my present on round Rita, ourselves of account you remember, impartial room, dear of events, we of the night, that's the, to as that of chilly profound I, pulled me up pretensions, or you shadowy and romantic, no big, which seemed 35, since behind it he, apparently black, in of on movement of that Spain to legitimate it to out to what there? Compression, my own her a world theme, said the national, but flattery little to but the literally simplicity me were. Me of our equable of before I, they, we voice, doesn't particular one, cigar I suddenly Rita, not pattern by to form and the away awful, sorry and had enjoyment, I a thing, together extraordinary upon petulant moment, little Paris to and that husband. Accidentally, the kill emptied but and careless so debate, her great devoted, and conviction at principle then of thoroughly someone? I mean, there's still plenty of tape. Okay. All right, what comes up next is, again, another light poem, and another memorial light poem, it turns out. And this is the 42nd light poem, In Memoriam, Paul Goodman, and it was written a little after he died in August 1972. 42nd light poem, In Memoriam, Paul Goodman. Perennial light, rising again and again, light in the darkness of our bullies' war time, antagonistic light, combating evil on all sides, till friends you fought as foes, and anger broke your heart, and tore you from us all, friends and enemies, and friends you took for enemies. Angry, angry Paul, friendly, angry Paul, friendly, spiteful Paul, Paul who warned us long ago more to heed your words than your deeds, though often your actions lived those careful words. You United Statesian light that only could have come to be in this time and this place, loving and hating your country and your time, scolding and caressing, you loving, loving light, you patriotic Paul, anarchistic Paul, utopian, conservative, anti-moral, moralistic Paul. How can we believe you're gone? How can we believe your unexpected voice and hand will never again give us new surprises, never again forbid us easy acceptance of your thoughts or of what we thought you thought? You loved peripety, the probable reversal, the turnaround seemingly unexpected yet utterly prepared for. You never let well enough alone, even though you praised and sought the tolerable society. For you knew well enough was never good enough, and you gave good light. How you must have alienated lazy-minded student audiences, never letting them settle back in passive, oh, wow, acceptance, or dreamy dropout ease, always against the grain, always espousing the unacceptable, sex and academia, professionalism amid the sexy rebels. Cantankerousness was your cause, not your middle name, Socratic cantankerousness, probably seeking rejection and angry when you got it, gadfly in spite of yourself, forever refining your difficult, lucid wisdom, leaving trails of indignant former followers. Against the grain, opposed to the fashions, flaunting Wordsworth when the norm was done, or Eliot or Pound, Beethoven when Bach and Mozart reigned, Satie in the realm of Stravinsky, Cocteau when Valéry and Saint-Jean-Perse were in. You even quoted William Cullen Bryant and rightly praised the Song of Hiawatha. When everyone hated Wagner, you centered a section of the grand piano around Die Meistersinger. Long before Old Possum gave his later pro-Miltonic speeches rousing Ezra's wrath, you praised the greatest Puritan unstintingly and never ceased to do so. You always looked at men and things in your own light, and you rather liked it when you were called old-fashioned. More and more you were coming to be the old-fashioned light of the ages. But always a dark light burned behind your cheerfulness, as when you envisioned peeling back the sunlit scene peeling itself back, revealing the nothing. When Matty died on the mountain, I think part of the sunlit scene peeled itself back permanently. Manifold light, peering into every act and thought of man, humanistic Paul, Paul the man of letters, professional whose province was every human enterprise, now they'll miss you. all those facile specialists who scorned you as a dabbler in their fields and lived to use your thoughts when you'd passed well beyond them. It's often been an agonizing light you've thrown on my own life. How often I've measured myself by you and felt I've thrown my life away. How often I've thought, when I've spent the day in idle reading and getting high on pot, and the best thing I've done is play a bit with the children, Paul is probably writing and studying and thinking. Paul is probably preparing irritating surprises for his myriad facile disciples. He's probably discovering brand new ways to look at things, or rediscovering ancient ones everyone scorned for granted. And yet your deepest teaching was how I must live myself, how I must have faith that even my idleness is part of my way and work, that character is destiny. No more new light from Paul. You've given us all you could. Your poems still sing to us. Your critical thoughts still probe. The books are at an end. We'll have no more from you. The letters to the editors will no more lash and sting. No more fields of knowledge need fear your fertile harrow. You've written the last of your poems that sing themselves. I sit in the rocking chair writing about you, Paul, while Sharon lies asleep nearby. Now go to her, I hear you say, and see your lovely smile. Someone sort of monitor that thing over there. Okay, turn it. Thank you. All right, so I'll do one more, I guess, solo, and then we'll do the last piece. I think it's getting past 10 now. I guess two more. Well, one other kind of translation thing. When? One other translation kind of thing I like to do is to work from notations of music to words, by just as we translated the letters of the words into music. In these poems, I translate the notations for tones. It so happened I've done it more often, works of ancient music, although I did it with part of the Beethoven Bagatelle once also. So I translate the words of a modern note, the features of a modern notation of an ancient work of music into a list of words, usually from a book called Bilby's Natural History for Young People from the 1880s. So I first did this about the time I was first working with chance operations in early '55 with something by Machot. And then a few years ago, I went back to this system and did it with a motet by Dufay, the 15th century motet composer. So this is, for anybody that knows it, this is a translation of the beginning. I didn't work out the whole thing as yet, but I prefer to read the shorter version. It's the beginning of the Gloria. Et in terra pax hominibus, in tatis, that one. Anyway, so this is Dufay. And you can hear where, for instance, it's for voices and two wind instruments. We did it on a radio station in New York with two trombones going do-do-do-do-do, and you'll hear, I'll tell you afterwards which lines translate that. Okay, this is Dufay. It was written in 1969. And the underwood, the within whithersoever, three and the under the underwood, the within, whithersoever, and the, and the, and the, to cow. And the underwood, the within, whithersoever, to the underwood, the, three and the underwood, the within, whithersoever, to the underwood, the, three and the underwood, the within, whithersoever, and the, to cow. And three, had three, the underwood, the within, whithersoever, to the underwood, the, and three, had three, the, and the, to cow. Three, and the underwood, the, in whithersoever, in whithersoever, the underwood, the within, whithersoever, three, and the underwood, the, and the, to cow. To the, in whithersoever, in whithersoever, underwood, the underwood, in whithersoever, in whithersoever, to the in whithersoever, and the, to cow. The three had three, and the underwood, the within, whithersoever. And the last one will be, I'm going to do a section of something that's part of which was published recently here in Boulder by Jack Collum in The. And that's a poem in '69 in the summer. I was brought out to Los Angeles by the Los Angeles County Museum to work in their art and technology project. And I worked with a programmable film reader at Information International and produced a series of what I won't go into what I actually was trying to produce, but what actually I have left is a series of about 14 poems, of which I have a great deal of printout from each poem. I fed in certain materials, and the computer then printed it out using certain randomizing routines. And I'm going to read part of the printout of one of the runs of printout from The. There are other parts, I think it might have been the same run, that are in the current issue of The. I think it's The number 13. It's, I guess, available around town here. So, or ask Jack, who's sitting over there. Okay. So this is printout from The 14, a PDP, PDP 3 poem. That's the name of the computer I worked on. The rivers flow, the wind blows, the rain falls, the oceans fall. The people hop and leap. The insects excrete. The mammals excrete. The fishes kill. The mosses arise, the flowers arise, the lichens arise, the ferns arise, the funguses arise, the trees arise, the bushes arise. The birds swim. The people sail in sailing ships. The people sail in steamships. The birds drink, the reptiles drink, the insects drink, the fishes drink, the people drink, the mammals drink. The lichens arise, the bushes arise, the funguses arise, the mosses arise, the ferns arise, the trees arise, the flowers arise. The people make machines, the people make utensils, the people make fire. The flowers arise, the mosses arise, the bushes arise, the trees arise, the lichens arise. The mammals gather food, the birds gather food, the people gather food, the insects gather food. The flowers pollinate, the mosses spore, the bushes pollinate, the trees pollinate, the funguses spore, the ferns spore, the mammals grow. The flowers photosynthesize, the ferns photosynthesize, the lichens photosynthesize. The people ride on elephants, the people ride on oxen, the people ride on donkeys. The ferns grow, the lichens grow, the funguses grow, the bushes grow, the trees grow. The reptiles eat, the mammals eat. The funguses sway in the wind, the bushes sway in the wind, the people die, the birds die, the reptiles die, the insects die, the mammals die, the fishes die. The mammals gather food, the reptiles gather food, the fishes gather food. The mosses spore, the lichen spore, the ferns spore. The people ride on elephants. The people ride on horses. The bushes drink. The ferns sway in the wind. The flowers sway in the wind. The funguses sway in the wind. The mosses sway in the wind. The flowers sway in the wind. The funguses sway in the wind. The mosses sway in the wind. The trees sway in the wind. The people mate. The insects mate. The mammals kill. The fishes grow. The insects grow. The mammals grow. The reptiles grow. The birds grow. The people make vehicles. The lichens excrete. The mosses excrete. The funguses excrete. The flowers excrete. The bushes excrete. The ferns excrete. The trees excrete. The people build towns. The mammals excrete. The birds excrete. The people excrete. The reptiles excrete. The fishes excrete. The people ride on motorcycles. The people ride on bicycles. The people ride in trucks. The people ride in cars. The people ride in trains. The people gather food. The reptiles gather food. The birds gather food. The insects gather food. The fishes gather food. The mammals gather food. The stars shine. The moon shines. The earth turns. We'll now do what is the Gatha for the Green Tara. Green Tara is a bodhisattva who is closely associated with Chenrezig and who has the mantram Om Tare, Tu Tare, Ture Swaha. And the whole group that worked with me before is going to be in this.
We can share one.
The mantram for the Gatha for the Green Tara. Om Tare Tu Tare Ture Swaha. 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 Tare tu tare tu re swaha om 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 T Thank you very much.